Hello, thank you for being in a new video. This time I have unboxing of the Honor Pad X9. Let's get started. This tablet is the most recent bet of this manufacturer in order to adjust the price as much as possible. Here in Mexico, it has been launched at $5,999. On the screen, you see the reference price in dollars to give you an idea. But remember that prices here are not the same as over there. Something curious is that here they are giving you a totally wireless headset, screen insurance for 6 months, and extended warranty for 1 year. I think these are considerably good items for you to take into account in the price. So let's take it out of its box to get to know it, because from the cover, they are already showing us more or less how its design will be. Of course, in the corner, they took advantage and put, it comes with Google and Google Chrome applications. In case you haven't heard, that Honor no longer belongs to Huawei. On the back is a sticker highlighting its key features. For starters, we have 11.5-inch screen with 120 Hz in its refresh rate. 2K resolution, so I think it's a very good screen for this price. It also offers us 6 speakers for a good sound experience. It has good storage, metal body. The processor is the Snapdragon 685. I believe it's considerably good. And we have Android 13. Honor Connect. And finally, a 7250 mAh battery. I think all of the aspects that you point out here are positive. In fact, on the other side, they also point out to us that it has high-res audio support and also high-res wireless. The screen has certifications that ensure that it's eye-friendly. And it also comes with Google Kids Space, which is sure to be a pretty useful feature for family use. Let's take it out of its box. The construction feels great in the hand, although I suspect it's not 100% metal, but one of these alloys that many tablet manufacturers have been using lately, which is not bad at all. It feels very nice. It even feels cool right now. I'm going to turn it on. And as soon as it turns on, we'll take a look at the contents of the box. As you can see, here are some of the papers of a lifetime. We also have the charger and the cable. The charger is 10 watts. So this is probably one of the areas where they've cut back the most. It's going to be a tablet that's going to charge a little bit slow, especially considering it's a large battery as well. However, the charger is a fast charger. So let me set up this tablet, and I'll get back to you so we can get to know its main specifications. The tablet is already configured. So let's get to know it. It has a weight of 495 grams and a thickness of 6.9 millimeters. It really is very thin, and it's nice to have multiple speakers. There are 6 in total, although 4 of them are on the sides, and apparently another 2 will be on the bottom. Wow, it really sounds pretty good. And this bottom end puts out good bass. I've never seen a tablet with this speaker configuration before, and that's why I'm so surprised to see it for the first time on a budget tablet. Alright. The screen is 11.5 inches subdiagonal. The resolution is 2000 by 1200 pixels. I think it's a good screen. It gives us IPS technology. We don't have such spectacular viewing angles, so if you view the content from the side, it's going to lose quite a bit of brightness. I see it more as a tablet for personal use. The camera on both sides will be 5 megapixels with f2.2 aperture. However, the rear camera does have autofocus, unlike the front camera, which only has fixed focus. Fortunately, in the camera, we do find a mode for scanning documents. That is the main utility that I see to the cameras on tablets. Then notice how it automatically detects the edges. In this case it was a box, but evidently it simulates as if it were a document, a blackboard or something similar. And perfectly well, it makes the cutout. And it gives us several options as well to make it look like a copy maybe, or in grayscale or with color enhancement. The truth is very good. In the front camera, we might have a slightly simpler experience. Above all, with respect to the amplitude, the resolution is very good for video calls. In fact, in this price range, if you are considering a laptop, run away from that idea, because laptops in this price range are going to give you very low quality. However, the tablet experience I think can actually be very good. So the picture quality is very good, but at the distance at which one normally uses a tablet, you would get an image like this. With the arms stretched out, we would have this result, with a better framing. But it is a bit uncomfortable to have the arms totally stretched out. But these are small details that we could not really demand, because it is a tablet that seeks to adjust its price a lot. This device comes with 128 gigabytes of storage. Although free from the factory, we have more or less 111, which I think is still a very good capacity, especially for this price. And it comes with 4 gigs of RAM, which may sound a little short, but fortunately it comes with the Honor RAM Turbo feature. That, in my experience, having tested several devices with virtual RAM, this Honor RAM is the only one that really worked well for me, although of course in the full review I'll show you specifically how it performs with a lot of applications open. And before we go to the performance test, just let me show you some special feature that it has through software, since as you realize it brings a dim little button at the top that you can press to change the mode of the application. For example, you can turn it into a window to run several things at the same time. In fact, if you have another application out there, you can also enable it in this floating mode. So notice how we can have 2 windows in this style, and we can also resize it. In addition, we can also minimize these windows or restore them. So I think it's a good software. We can have 2 applications at the same time in this format. And if we want to open more, they will be put here in bubble format. Finally, it was time to check. How is the performance of this processor, which is the Snapdragon? So we're running a benchmark, and we're going to come back when it's done. Here we have the score, 477 on a single core, and 1556 on multi-core. So for this price range, obviously if there will be more powerful processors, but it will be in much more expensive devices. The truth is that for this price, I think it's going to have a very good performance, but I'll tell you about that later in the review. For now, it has been a quick look to this tablet with its unboxing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, you know you can let me know. And we'll see you next time.